Look, the water levels.
The Overgate Shopping Centre in Dundee has been evacuated after heavy rain and hail caused flash flooding. Shoppers were asked to leave the centre after water began flowing down the street and down the front of the building around 4:15 p.m. Large hailstones, some the size of £1 coins, fell within 20 minutes over the city, and several streets were also flooded in the city centre. The shopping centre has been contacted for comment. The Scottish Fire and Rescue Service stated that they were not required to attend the incident. Footage posted on social media also showed winter-like scenes in Aberdeenshire as a hailstorm made the ground appear like falling snow. The heavy rain in Dundee began shortly before 4 p.m. and caused a sewer overflow, forcing a drain plug onto the road in Nethergate. Cars were seen wading through floodwaters at West Market Gate, near the city's Sheriff Court. Water pooled on the tracks at Dundee Railway Station, but trains were unaffected. Roads along Nethergate next to the city's V&A Museum were also affected by flooding. Meanwhile, images shared on social media on Thursday showed vehicles submerged in water between the villages of Logie, Coldstone, and Dinnet in Aberdeenshire. This comes after rainfall of 32.2 millimeters in Tarland, 22.2 millimeters in Aboyne, and 13.6 millimeters was recorded between midnight and 4 p.m. A yellow thunderstorm warning is in effect for much of the country, warning of heavy rain and strong winds. While most areas will remain dry, scattered heavy rain and stormy weather could lead to hail, lightning, and surface flooding, particularly in central and eastern areas. Further rainfall of up to 40 millimeters in less than an hour is possible, and some places could experience up to 60 millimeters of rain in an hour in isolated areas. The Scottish Environment Protection Agency has issued 19 flood warnings. Sudden flooding could cause disruption to road and rail travel, while ferry routes are also expected to be disrupted. The warning, which came into effect at midnight, covers all of Scotland and will last until 10 p.m. Shower and thunderstorms are expected to ease by mid to late evening. Amid the uncertain conditions, Scotland has recorded its second heat wave of the year, with temperatures reaching 31.1 degrees Celsius at Charter Hall in the Borders and 29.9 degrees Celsius at Aviemore in the Highlands. Dice in Aberdeenshire reported a temperature of 25.4 degrees Celsius at 2:46 p.m. on Wednesday, 8 degrees above average for the time, marking Scotland's second heat wave so far this summer. The Scottish Fire and Rescue Service has also issued its 10th wildfire warning this year. People are advised to avoid using open flames outdoors until August 19th. We started the week with high pressure controlling the weather, but today we saw low pressure moving over Scotland, causing some instability. This, coupled with the current warm conditions, is what triggered all the thunderstorms on Wednesday and the risk of thunderstorms on Thursday. However, as Friday rolls around, we'll start to see high pressure build over the Atlantic once again, and this will help calm our weather in time for the weekend, but also cut off the southerly airflow that has been drawing in warm air. This means that while conditions will be calmer, temperatures won't be as warm as they were. While the weather is expected to improve over the weekend, authorities are still warning residents to be aware of the potential for further flooding in some low-lying areas that are still flooding. City cleaners and emergency response teams work through the night to clear debris, check drainage systems, and ensure roads are safe to use. Several business owners around Dundee city centre reported experiencing losses due to the sudden flooding. Shops along Nethergate and West Marketgate were forced to close early to prevent damage to merchandise. Meanwhile, several residents recounted their experiences being caught in large hailstones that drastically reduced visibility within minutes. Meteorologists attributed this extreme weather phenomenon to a rare combination of trapped hot air and a shifting low-pressure system from the north, triggering the formation of large cumulonimbus clouds over Scotland. This situation is expected to repeat itself later in the summer if a similar weather pattern develops again. The weather agency emphasized that although temperatures would ease over the weekend, another heat wave was still possible before the summer season was over, given the global warming trend affecting climate patterns in the region. In several areas, particularly Aberdeenshire and Angus, local volunteer teams were deployed to assist residents whose homes were affected by flooding. Several families were forced to temporarily evacuate to community halls that were being used as emergency shelters. The Scottish Red Cross distributed blankets, ready-to-eat meals, and clean water to the victims. Public transport services also continued to experience disruption. Several bus routes in Dundee city centre were diverted to avoid deep water, while railway authorities conducted additional inspections of previously submerged tracks around Dundee station. Although no serious damage was reported, authorities chose to implement speed restrictions for safety reasons. Residents were urged to continue monitoring updates from the Scottish Environment Protection Agency and local authorities, as the weather in the region remains potentially volatile. Early warnings via mobile phones and social media continued to be broadcast to anticipate emergencies, including the possibility of landslides in hilly areas where the soil was already saturated. Climate experts have again warned that extreme weather events like this have become more frequent in recent years. They emphasize the importance of adapting city infrastructure to flood risks, including improving drainage systems and increasing green open spaces to help absorb rainwater.